Hello everyone, Vilisink back again with Raid Shadow Legends, and this video comes to you a day late with regards to Opardin Clanfather. I planned on pretty much doing this review yesterday, but I was defending my number one spot in the Fire Knight tournament, which I won. Much respect to, we'll call him Double B. I don't know the actual full name he has, but he gave me one of the best runs I've had in a while. Uh, he wasn't going to win, but yet he at one point was like maybe 900 points away. He did stay there until the very end. So, bum, good going, brother. You got 6,000 points. I respect that. I mean, I did throw in some energy. I went to sleep. This went on overnight. 9,358. I must have looked through 500 pieces or so. So we're going to claim that. Oh, wrong button. We went back to the menu and we're going to collect this gear. We're going to roll it, see if it's any good. And while we do that, we're going to discuss why Opardin, he might be okay. He has a very unique kit that all seems to revolve around like the continuous heal buffs and then some turn meter. He looks like an okay healer. Design wise, he looks very cool. So let's get to this relentless gear. And I've tried to spend, but I now have 128 million silver. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I'm trying to spend it, but yeah, it just seems to keep coming back more and more. So we have accuracy. That piece could be okay. That piece might be alright. I'm trying to vary my relentless. That piece might be okay. Damn it. Not even anything worth trying to go for the triple for. Accuracy chest with resistance. I mean, you never know in relentless. That could be very good. Attack boots are very much an end game piece. If it hits speed in the bottom, I mean, attacking crit rate to go with attack percentage, they're not the worst. I'm actually willing to give them a shot. So let's start by getting this up to 8 and see where we sit. And while we do that, we're going to talk about Opardin Clanfather. His A1 paired hammers attacks one enemy 2 times. Each hit has a 50% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 5% and a 50% chance of filling the chubby's turn meter by 5%. Realistically, it isn't that bad. If you have the Evil Eye Mastery, you could actually, like, you'll get 25% instead of 20. Each hit has a 50% chance, so each hit, so you can get up to a 10% turn meter reduction, and each hit also has a chance to fill his turn meter. So the A1 is actually not that bad. If you think about Sifi, for instance, she gives you a 10% turn meter boost. These two hits also give you a 10% double accuracy, a 10% turn meter boost. I'm sure there's potentially going to be some books involved here, but the fact that you can decrease the target's turn meter by 10% if both hits do proc it, and you can get a 10% turn meter boost, is nothing really to be slated at. I think it's not the best. If it said each hit has a chance of decreasing it by 10% and a 50% chance, that'll maybe be booked to 70. I would guess at the max 75. And if you had a chance to fill his turn meter on each hit by 10%, because I think 15 is just asking too much. Damn. So let's just screw it. 16. I mean, I think it would be better if it was 10% turn meter, but for an A1 you're getting 2 hits to decrease turn meter, depending on where you use him. And I'm a bigger fan of fragment fusions, just mainly because if you get the fragments, you don't have to then upgrade the rares Make sure you have 4 of them. Use your potions, your time, your energy to get them to epics. Then do the same all over again. I think his A1 is pretty cool. It's essentially a 10% decrease in their turn meter and a 10% increase in your own, which means CP gives you 10%. So if it was a single hit, it would be kinda crappy, but being a double hit, I actually don't think it's that bad. Any turn meter boost, realistically, is good, and as we all know, all champions really have a use in the game. So for the A1, yes, it could be better, but I still think it isn't too bad. A2 is Rally the Tribe. It's an AoE hit, so I mean, we can get a stun set on this dude if we wanted to. Heals all allies by 10% of his max HP, so build him with high HP. Heals all allies under continuous heal buffs by 15% instead. So comes to mind Wither, Bad Alcazar, Eurogrim. Anybody that applies continuous heal buff would work great with him. For that heal to be increased to 15%. But it's an AoE. We already have champions in the game that will heal you by 10% of their max HP. Attack percentage is pretty cool. So again, I mean, I don't see anything wrong with this. He's getting a lot of hate. People just seemed to automatically jump on this champion, say that he's kind of crap. They don't like him. But people said that about Rotos. People said that about most fusions we've had in the game, and they've pretty much all been wrong. Yes, some do suck, but I mean, people that said Rotos was bad never got him, but now everybody wants a Rotos. An AoE attack is so good. Heals all allies with 10%. The heal is going to be great for progression. Going to be great for newer players, mid-game players. Maybe, I mean, if you get him really, really high HP and you use him for the heal, you could potentially use him somewhere. But stun set viable. Heals all allies with 10%. If you give him 100,000 HP, that's a 10,000 HP heal. And if it's a continuous heal buff, you're getting 15, so 15k heal. I mean, let's not knock what's really good. It is pretty decent. It's a 4-turn cooldown, which I can see going to 3 turns. I don't see it going to 2 turns realistically. A3, Clan Mentor. Okay, double speed. Not bad for relentless. Removes all block buffs and heal reduction debuffs from all allies. The block buffs could be good. Heal reduction is not something normally I would, how do I phrase it? I mean, I don't use the heal reduction set. There is certain parts of the game, Doom to War waves, dungeon waves, where you're going to get heal reducted. So if you can remove it, it's really cool. The A3 therefore sets up the A2. After that, he'll place 2 15% continuous heal buffs on all allies for 2 turns. Continuous heal buffs are so good. I have videos. Jesus, 21 speed. I'm impressed. I have videos of Eurogrim and Sylar, 2 Manin, Dragon 24, Dragon 25 before Eurogrim got buffed. No, sorry, before he got nerfed. Because he put on 2 continuous heal buffs. And he had that triple hit with the poison. So continuous heal buffs are so strong. And it's about time we start realising that. You remove the block buffs, you remove the heal reduction. He then effectively gives you a great heal through them continuous heals. All allies will get him. Also, 75% chance. I can see it going to 95, maybe 100. We do have the mastery for 5% if you want to go that way. And that's a chance of removing 1 random debuff from all allies. So as well as removing block buffs. So with Helm here, resistance, HP, speed, defense, I mean all... There's no damage stats here, so for a tanky helmet it's pretty cool. So where was I? So he'll remove block buffs, heal reduction. He'll give you a great heal. He will then also remove a random debuff. That could be decreased defense. You could remove block cooldown skills. Just think of Doom Priest. Just think other champions that remove it. Removing any debuff is good. It makes your team just stronger. Decreased defense means you're going to get slapped. Decreased attack means you do less damage. If there's a potential chance to remove any buff like that, again, it's not that bad. Removing block buffs, heal reduction, do continuous heals. I like the continuous heals, I really do. Just purely because, I mean, you've got Wither, you've got Bad Alcazar. He's going to throw up. You could then get Bad El or Wither to throw up more, and then you're just never going to die. This champion is going to keep you alive. It's a 4-turn cooldown. Potentially, I could see it going to a 2-turn cooldown. It may go to a 3, but it says A3. It may go to a 2-turn cooldown. I mean, it's not that bad. A4 is paternal. It's no passive. Each time a continuous heal buff heals an ally, fills that ally's turn meter by 5%. So every time you get a continuous heal buff put on yourself, now he applies 2. So you're getting a 10% turn meter increase, if I'm reading that correctly. Again, that's the same as Sifi. 10% turn meter increase. Early, mid game. I mean, late game if you want to have fun with them. I say this champion has been really cool. He is getting a lot of hate, but I mean, every champion has a different kit. Screw it, go straight to 12 because it can't really roll bad. Every champion gets hate and whatnot, but they normally find a place. People thought Chamfort sucked. I mean, Michal sucked, he got buffed. A lot of champions, if they were crap, they've been changed. So, I mean, let's just summarise his A1. Double hitter. Effectively, you can get a 10% turn meter decrease on your enemy and a 10% turn meter increase for yourself, which is pretty good. On an A1, pretty decent. A2 is stun set viable. Will also heal all allies by 10% of his max HP. You build him really tanky, you're going to get a bigger heal. If there's continuous heal buffs, you're going to get 15%. It will remove block buffs and heal reduction debuffs, effectively meaning that you can't heal. It's saving you from potentially being at low HP, then being attacked, being killed, so forth. You also have a chance to remove one random debuff from all allies. That could be decreased defense, it could be block cooldown skills, it could be any debuff. Each time a continuous heal buff heals an ally, you get a turn meter boost. Now, the interesting part with the passive is double crit rate, speed. Let's go 16. Interesting thing is, if there's 2 continuous heal buffs, do you get a 10%? There are multiple champions in this team with this skill. So okay, so Opardin by himself. If, for instance, you put him in with Bardell or Urigrim would give me, I think, an additional continuous heal. So if that's 3, do I get a 15% turn meter boost? Do you put him with Bad Alcazar or Wither? And if she puts up 3, Opardin puts up 2, is that 25% turn meter? I think we really need to try this champion before we say he sucks, before we make our judgment on him. Because overall I think his healing potential is really good. Just because I genuinely know continuous heal buffs are badass. If you want to see how good they are, go back on the channel and you will see 2 Manin, Dragon 24, 25. You can't do it now because they nerfed Urigrim. You would have to take in Syl just for that additional stuns. That's all you really need her for. But the healing potential with this champion is good. Removing a random debuff is pretty good. The removal of block buffs, heal reduction for Doom Tower is really good. Stun set viable A2 is good. his kit, it looks on paper maybe not that great. For me, I think it's really good. Turn meter manipulation on the A1, heals on the A2 with the stipulation of continuous heal buffs, increasing your heal, which you're going to have because of his A3. He gives you 2 continuous heal buffs, so you're going to be getting a bigger heal. He's removing debuffs, and he's giving you a turn meter increase for every continuous heal buff when it heals you. So think of your team. Think of if that continuous heal buff heals your nuker in arena. Your nuker has the potential to go next, or because either way that turn meter is going to fill. He's got the potential for your support champion to fill their turn meter, and they can go next. It's got the potential to do so much. So flat HP, I mean that kind of sucks on the relentless shield, but it's not the worst. This, I mean we'll go to 8. I would like to see resistance on this one. So guys, when you look at Opardin, just don't judge him. I think that his healing, his turn meter, and like the removal of buffs and stuff, and his passive is really good. Wait until, if you decide to go for this champion and the fragment fusion, just wait, get this champion, test him out. Probably even at 50 you can throw on a big shield set and continuous heal buffs. Pair him with people that put on continuous heal buffs. See if you can get that turn meter fill to be more than 5%. Give somebody 3 continuous heal buffs. See if they get 15%. Because it looks good to me. And I mean, I genuinely think that this champion could help a lot of people if they don't have a healer or they're looking for a healer. Because he's a healer, he's a turn meter manipulator. If you put him in a stun set, he's going to stun people. We also don't know how hard he smacks. I don't have the damage multipliers here, but don't know if he's going to have high damage or if he's going to have higher HP, higher defense. But it's got the potential to be a pretty hard hitting move. So the A2 potentially could hit really hard. You could stun people. You could get a heal. And if it's a continuous heal buff, you're getting a bigger heal. In every turn, you're effectively getting. It's when you take a turn, you're going to heal from that continuous heal buff. You're getting a turn meter boost simultaneously. So I say it's pretty decent. I don't see any. Ooh, double attack. Come on, really? Is it worth going to 12? I don't know. Let's jump to the boots real quick. Let's jump to the boots. We'll go to 8. And hopefully, I'll take crit rate. And see how we go on. Do not hit flat HP or flat attack. I jinxed myself. You hit flat HP. We're about to sell these boots. So I'm not really impressed with the chest plate. But Opardin, guys. Personally, I think I'm going to go for this one. I would like to try him out. I want to mess around with that continuous heal passive. Even if it means putting like Urigrim and any other champion that will put up continuous heal buffs. See how much I can go on your champion. If I can get 4 on a champion, am I getting 20% turn meter fill? You know what I mean? I want to put him in a massive shield set. I want to put him in a stun set. I want to give him Evil Eye. There's just so much. I think there's a lot of utility to this. So don't believe what you hear. People will say he's bad. Does he suck? He won't be good here. He won't be good there. But the mistake has been made before on previous champions. So let's sell those boots. And I think we need to test a champion before we jump to any conclusion. So as we sell these 2 items here, by 9,300 points, got me some pretty cool relentless pieces. I won't complain. And also Opardin Clanfather. I think he looks pretty good. I think he's got potential. I think his kit is actually really cool, really unique. I think there's a lot of playing around you can do with it. So get this champion before you judge him. Test him on your account with the gear you have, and have fun with it. So Opardin gets a thumbs up. This 3 pieces of gear get a thumbs up. And as always guys, stay safe, keep on raiding. Thanks for watching, see you next time.